And good evening, everyone. Oh, when everyone starts turning up and says hello, I've got some bits and pieces. So I just need to sort out a couple of things as people are turning up. Hi, Ulfric. Hello, Nick. Ooh. Oh, I've got a chatty thing coming up on Facebook. I've never seen that before. How strange. Anyway, hi Benny, hi Louie, and Rob. I've got some nice bits and pieces, some news for Xwing players that sort of hasn't been spoiled. Hi Paul. Hi. Oh God, I can't see that. Hi Foxy. Hi Sarah. So what I do have, is some more news on the. Hi Snowy. Yeah, I've got more news on the releases that have been spoiled or miss dingied out, and so what I'm going to do is, I know some people have already seen it today, but if I can get it to work, we had browse. Come on, play nice. We had this. So there has been a leak. So this is the Xwing information that we got. So we've got the old stock, which is the Z02, Z03. We believe that's still on of the listings. This all came from a Spanish company this morning, and I believe they're still in there. The first three are still in there from back when they released the information back then. I still think they'll come out. Maybe not. But then there's all of the new stuff. There's the Thai RB from. Is it the Brute? Yeah. So that hadn't been spoiled as yet. The other three had, but we think that was a bit of a mistake. And then the ETA2, Nimbus, and the Droid Tri-Fighter, they hadn't, and definitely nothing about Mr. Jango Fett's Slave 1. Looking forward to them. What I do have, which is I'm just trying to work on it as we suddenly had to go live. So if you bear with me for one moment, and I will. I'm just trying to find where it's gone to. That one will do. Copy. It's nothing like doing stuff on the fly. But this I have actually got rough dates on it. I don't know how accurate they are, because coming from Europe, I'm just presuming that they are. Yeah. I'm just trying to get stuff in focus. Save that. But I've got the prices, I've got the releases, so we can have a look at roughly what some of the stuff is. He says failing to actually get it to work. God, I love live streaming when I'm trying to work on stuff at the same time. So that was what we let out this morning. And it's been all over the place. I believe Krabbuck had a section on it and named us in that, so thank you very much. Browse into there. So, he says, looking round and still not finding it. This might be better. So, the same person. Thank you for the donation. Thank you for the sub, Commander X. So, we have got this. This is the... this has come over from Spain. So we get an idea of what the box sizes are like. So that box there, after the name, is the RRP. Then the name, and then roughly when it's coming out. So the Armada stuff looks as though it's set for... I don't know if that's the 11th of the 12th or 12th of the 11th. Let's have a look. So they've got the so it's the 11th of December. So this is looking like a Armada Christmas release. Now the Galactic Republic and Separatists are £100 a box. I have a feeling they're going to be quite packed. Probably the same as the starter sets, but just that. Just that big box with everything in it to try and get them to catch up. It's just a feeling I have. I think I'll be definitely ordering a separate, a Galactic Republic one. And then they've got the fighter packs at 25, a card collection pack at 25, the dial pack at 13. I think everyone's been about the same, not 100% what it is. 1 second, sorry. But going through it onto the Xwing, no dates in for Saws and the TIE Reaper, which was what we covered before. We don't think it's going to be a release as such. So the Raider for Q1, that also looks as though it's been left on there. The Heavy, the Continental pack for October, the Light Shuttle, a Z-Class Light Shuttle, the LAT, and the HMP that we knew about for September. So, possibly. And then a December release for Django, the Droid Tri-Fighter, Nimbus, and the ETA 2. So that gives us some better idea of what's coming and what to look for. We'll be doing our usual thing. Yeah, I've just got into Armada. Paul and a couple of others. I've been TOing it for them, and I don't know. It's just something. The local group seems pretty canny, so I bought into Imperials, and like every other game. Oh, which Nick? I'm guessing the Nick that I've just been talking to. Hello, mate. And yes, great stuff. Hey, you followed as well. So yes, I've bought into Imperials, but I'll probably get Galactic as well, Galactic Republic, and do the same as I do with Legion and Xwing. So they were the spoilers from this morning. I was well chuffed that the news went out and quite a lot of people got to see it. I think we had over 12,000 views in the first couple of hours, which I was quite surprised at. I honestly thought I'd just missed something when they contacted me and said, "Do you want anything?" I was like, "I've seen these. I must have seen these." So, that aside, let's get that turned off. So, yeah, I had a couple of people send me messages through that Crabber could actually put. Do I need another set? Yeah, if it's a good paint job, I think, yeah. There is people that paint them for a living, though. So, anyway, welcome and thank you, Deadstay. That is much appreciated. And hello, wherever you are. I can't see you at the moment. So, tonight, we hit the bonus goal. So, and we're already £25 into the bonus goal. So at 8:30 as usual, after I've done some building and some painting and stuff like that, we will have the usual raffle. So the things for the raffle tonight are, we have oh, 1 second, I think we've lost a camera. Let me just check that, because my hand's definitely under the camera. It's going to be one of them days. Everything's gone dark. Hey, look, loads of stuff on the table. I knew all that was there. I bet it didn't want to see the spoilers. Sorry. So, now I've got the camera back. What we have for tonight's raffle is the usual thing. Is we will have 4 at the end of the night. We have a Boba Fett, and this is in thick acrylic, donated by Kay from Fully Modded Lighting. He has a code that if anyone from that watches this stream, it's thick compared to them. Kay'll tell you the code now since he's here. Welcome to the stream again, mate. So yes, they're fantastic Boba Fett cards that he's done. So that's one of the prizes for the Legion. That's it. A friend of Protec. I keep saying friends. For the Legion-y people, we have one of the... It's actually my Luke Skywalker from the last... Ooh, go on, what is it? Thank you for the subscription, the sub, Jack. This was from the... Not System Open, the Prime or whatever they call it now. Thank you, mate. So, yep. That's the Legion offering for that one. Then we have... no idea how this is going to hit the camera. We have a 5th brother. Again, provided by Fully Modded Lighting and Care. These are gorgeous. Only 4 of these appeared because I think one fell out and got all messed up and put in my case. Couldn't possibly comment. And then the last one for the Legion is the... It is nice, isn't it, Jack? The Scout Troopers. Double-sided card. Really nice. If we manage to hit the... it is cool. There's not many... do you have them on your website for sale? Okay. Raffle! Yeah, raffle. So, as we've jumped up... I've just read Steve's message. Thank you, Steve. No, not yet, mate. Hi, Dan. Dan, your work is killing me. I might have to redo it again. Sorry. It started to lift yet again for the 3rd time. So I'll have a look in the morning and I'll sort it out for you. So if we hit the £60 stretch goal today, tomorrow... Yeah, Benny, that card looks so fantastic. And he does sell them. Wow, there is one left. Is that the holographic foil holo card? If it is the holographic foil holo card, then I will take it with all my passion. So if we hit the £60 stretch goal card, stretch goal. If we hit the £60 stretch goal tonight, then the winner of the first draw will get to choose a set of Xwing regional dice. These are not mine because Sarah's got mine now. These are a set that we got from a player that I'll sort the player out. or a set of Legion attack dice. They're about the same value. They're nothing. There's no great deal between them. Thank you for the sub, Nick. So the next thing, there's loads of new things. Everyone knows what Legion came out this week. He says, looking round, and hasn't actually brought one of them in. Let's see. So this week there is a Cassian Andor that came out with his K2SO. More rebel scum. The amazing Iden Versio and ID10 droid. Amazing. And the Vital assets. I've not even opened these yet. I've opened them, but not the assets. If I might do that later. So the plan for tonight is I'm just going to go zoomy. Captain Rex, thank you for the buttony thing. It's got me beat at the moment. I need to go and have a look at why I can't get it to work. So this is my I've got a commission in to do both sets, so I have started on them, sort of thing. And I've been playing around with the colours for K2SO to try and get that bluey tint, and I think I've just to say cracked it. It is a little bit darker in reality. My camera is quite bright at the moment. I've never, just say crack it. It's a, these subtitles are going to absolutely, that could be interesting. So, if I get time, which I've got an hour to do it, the K2SO is so easy to get the colour. It took a bit of playing around with. Once I got used to it, it is quite easy. It's the basics of it. It's sprayed black. It's then a heavy silver dry brush. Once you've done the silver dry brush, the only downside is I did use the airbrush for it. So where is it? There. So then I did a blue tone through the airbrush from Army Painter all over. Thanks for the follow, Steve. So a quick through the airbrush. Then I did another light dry brush just to hit the. Sorry, I didn't. I did a black nulling through the airbrush to darken it down to the bluey colour there, so you get the tints of blue. Then I did a very, very light dry brush again. And once I got it to roughly where I wanted the blue tinted colour, I then obviously got the dry brush and did another coat of the blue tone through the airbrush, and that's changed all of the silver edge into a blue tint, and it's come out. I haven't done any of the detailing on it yet. That is just the base colours, and that's pretty much how I wanted it. In hand, it's a bit darker than you see on the camera, so Cassian is just built and cleaned up a bit. I haven't done much with him. The droid, he's tiny. I'm going to try and build them now so you can see the build on them, and see how interesting they are to build. He's got my usual Deathtrooper colour scheme, so the painted silver and then nullined to that colour, and that's what I've done with him. And I've done the same with Iden to start her off. So Iden is She was black. Then a dry brush of Necron Compound. Got the Necron Compound quite well all over. And then I did an actual null-in wash with a brush, and then a couple of blasts through just to darken it. And that's how it. I've obviously got the detail to do on it. So what I'm going to do is zoom, 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 zoom. I've got the power supply in the camera, and it's not overheating as much as it was, so I'm pretty chuffed with that. So here we go. Let's crack open that. So an Iden. Look at that box fresh. So nothing else left in the box. You're getting one sprue, an instruction booklet. We will get the instruction booklets put up on the shop, so you can go on there and have a look through them and that sort of stuff. That'll definitely be up there in the next day or so. You get 2 bases and a flight stand. Not much cardboard in this one, so a quick look. You get the 2 command tokens and a shield. So you get the command cards, pulse scan, concussive blast. Everyone's seen this. Incapacitate. And you then get, I think everyone's seen all of the cards so far. I don't know if everyone's seen all of them. So you get the different loadouts for offensive push, hunter, overwatch, grappling hooks, recon intel, comms jammer, and comms relay. They're all pretty much. Offensive push seems to be not in that many at the moment. So why is that? Is that just flaring because of the colours? It's just the light, because I've got it turned up for the painting. So that's all of that. Ah, right. Was it 50 quid? Let me have a look. Yeah. Ah, cool. I'm glad I could add more to the gossip mongering. Right, so what we're going to quickly do is when I build them, I always do the stand first. A little bit of a close up, so the stand can be gluing, and it's just a small amount. My usual Gorilla Glue, just to get it to stick to the base. It doesn't have to go in any specific direction, and as Jack said, it is a bit chunky for the size of it, and maybe the wire replacement I might look at something like that as well. And there we go. So, a pair of cutters off the wall. Iden body. There is 3 heads, if I remember rightly. So you get the bear head, not a, yeah. So you get the bear head, or at bear head. You get the masked respirator part. You get 1 complete mask head part. I'm going to swap glasses. And there we go, I can see. And then the non-masked respirator. And then loadouts. So I'm going to go and do the droid first because it was easy. And I can't recommend a good set of cutters enough. If you've got a good set of cutters, it saves so much time in cleanup. We're hoping to get some decent ones from Japan. We've asked a couple of stockists if they can get us them, and if they do, it'd be really nice. Sniper rifle, not sniper rifle, and blaster. Then the different arms. There's probably reasons that you shouldn't just unclip all of these and leave them in a big pile and throw the sprue away. But we'll see. So this just uses hi Lucky call sign. Hi Lian. So we just use contactor Rebel. It's for professionals, apparently. So, just gonna round the edges and in the joint, push it together. So that's that bit done. That's so much for doing the droid first. Anyway, so the droid, get rid of some of that glue. The applicators on these are brilliant. You can basically put the glue where you want. So you also, in building this, when you put the head ring part on, you've got to try and get the eyes to the centre eye to line up. So just a bit of glue around. And the main eye goes towards the 2 front like that. And I won't stick him on there yet because I did that to the other one and it split him in 2. So I've already got one in the TIE pilot head, so I'm thinking, do I do one in the other TIE pilot head and then or do I actually do, you know what, move the TIE pilot heads out, we're going for the proper head. Is there any I think you can mix and match. There's nothing. Yeah. I'm going to go for the command. What I thought looked like the commander version, which is the small weapon that only has 1 hand, and then her command hand telling people to hold. So that, I think that looks pretty okay. So all the other bits, I've had a couple of questions already from a couple of sadists out there that ask me the question, am I going to magnetize them for people? I did a Rex that had interchangeable heads. I'm good at that. I'm more than good at that, thanks. that one's more than enough for me. And so something like that. A quick Iden. They are really quick to put together, the FFG stuff, even the sprue. Unless it's a droid. Yeah. Right, so in my rush I didn't clean that very well. So now she's stood upright, I will take the rusty Gorilla Glue again and just, doesn't have to be that much, along the base of a foot. And then just let that stand there. Thanks for the sub, Dan. Or resub. Yeah, you got my droidica because I think I would have smashed it to bits. I've done something really silly though. I've bought a core set. I've gone out and bought a core set for myself to paint. So I'm going to paint a complete core set to put onto the shop. As in fully done and painted and ready to go. I've got no idea how I'm going to live with myself to do that one. So, anyway. Yeah, I was very scared of the droids. As Nick will tell you, I had 2 hours to do a yeah, good luck with that one. Okay, so this is Iden, sorry, this is Cassian. You get 2 bases again. 1 sprue. Various loadouts. Instructions. It seems to be a... Let me have a bit of a de-zoom. So you seem to... Yeah. There's a lot more card. Not cards. Oh, there's more cards as well. So you get 3 command tokens and a lot more suppression and standby tokens and stuff like that. So you get Crackshot, Last Stand, Volunteer Mission, and then Sacrifice for Gains Guardian Foe. And then you get the 2, again that's really bright on the, there you go, the 2 cards. So you get his config one, I'll flip over one, Jin's Blaster, which is what I built it to, and then you get Offensive Push, Duck and Cover, Overwatch, Grappling Hook, Recon, Uplink. So you get the same lump of cards, and then you get the 2 that are specific to these 2 characters. So they're doing what they said they would, FFG are doing what they said they would do, is they're not forcing you to buy Cassian if you're a Rebel player. Sorry, Imperial player to get a certain card, which is good in one way. Whether it proves to be viable, I just feel it. So yeah, I preferred it the old way for various reasons. So snip off Mr. K2. And oop, nearly sent his head flying. You get more K2 arms than enough. This is probably not the way to build them, by just snipping everything off into a pile on your desk. But this is the fifth set that I've built, so I've K2SO and I've only done 2 Idens, because the Iden I've got over there is for me, and as usual my stuff comes last. I'm halfway through doing them for a commission. And then vital assets I'm going to have a quick look at after I've done this one. Oh. So there we go. Ooh. And that goes in that recycle. So we'll start with K2. Thank you for the donation, Sarah. 25 to go. We're getting there. Right. Yeah, it goes on the top here as well. I'll go close in again. So it took me ages to work out why his head was weird, and then I looked in the looked on the film, and yeah, they're all like that. So I do like him using Jin's blaster. So for the left arm, we've got Jin's blaster. Sorry, the right arm, left arm for me. That's his. So we've got the comms, no blaster. Sorry. So we've got, if you were looking at it, so right arm is Jin's blaster or nothing, and then you've got nothing or the comms device. And they're all Cassian. I'm thinking, you know what? I like the one that I've done over there is really nice, so I'm going with another one. And a comms link. And the head. Looking in the direction. So he's looking down the barrel. Yeah. So Gorilla Glue again. Throw it away. Oop. Shaving a bit off the back. we go. He's resting on there now. So, 2 more spare arms. Cassian time. I've not looked at Cassian and what colours to use yet. There's a few. I'm not a massive fan of the FFG one. I don't know, the blue was overdone. A bit bright. If you're going off the box art and the movie art, I think it was just that little bit too bright. Maybe it's cartoony. And probably that was what they were aiming for with it, but I don't know. It's just not for me. So Cassian. The question we've got is, Cassian has also got lots of options. He's got 2 pistols and a sniper configuration. So I've already done the sniper one. Hi Justin. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I'm gonna go with a blaster. And like that. Thank you, Foxy. Now, how do I do that? Glue. And super glue on the feet again, just to make sure they stick to the bases. And just let them settle. So I'll push them 2 over there, and all those guns can go over there, and we've got a spares pile. So the droids, you're a star, mate. It was really good to see you yesterday. I just, even at that sort of distance, just chatting, it was very tiring. I ended up, was it yesterday or the day before? It was very tiring. I ended up having to have a nap for an hour. So there we go, Iden with face mask off. So I'll start on that one tomorrow. So then we've got K2SO. Yay, it will look like that. That really does, it looks a lot closer to that now. Now we've got the bright sunshine's gone. So that's K2SO, and he will end up like that one. And then Cassian. That would make possibly a great conversion for Han Solo. What is Han Solo? Han Solo's in his brown trench coat, isn't he? Imagine swapping the head for Han, and you get a Hoth Han using Cassian. Cheers for the like, Philip. So yeah, you can actually you could probably do Han as the Hoth version with that. And it only costs you £20. You get a free K2SO to do with as you will. Yeah, swap the blaster, swap, yeah. Yeah. Hoth Han. It's not going to be cheap to do, but it's everything's there to do it, and it's all cool. So I can put them two to one side and keep going with them. Let's have a look at this. I've not opened one of these yet. This is actually my copy of it. I've just had that much going on. Thank you, Ulfric. Oh, yeah. Cut him off at the waist and stick him on a tauntaun. That gives so much. Thanks for the follow, Flying Scotsman. That would be... If you look. I even drilled the barrel. Who is the Flying Scotsman? Have you just come over from YouTube? Right. If you go onto our... Oh, that's a lot of plastic. If you follow our Facebook page, Protec, that as soon as we go live, it puts the video into there, and it should link through to this. Yeah, there's a lot of bits. What I'll do, I'll stick it on somewhere in the screeny bit as well. I tell you what, I need to take that off because I've failed today for the sneak. So yes, vital assets. Ooh, that's a little bit loose. I'll have to keep an eye on that bit. So you get two of them sprues, which look very similar or the same. They are. You then get the sleds. Oh, you get two sleds. Bag of bases, and then the hostages. Let's have a look at the cards. I've not. So you get 3, 3, and 3. Was this the one that? Oh, it was Bombing Run that we were playing around with the other day, wasn't it, Paul? Bombing Run. Probably the best one for 3 bike teams. Not that I'm saying that that's a... Ooh. And Vital Assets card packs. These are all parts of the hostage and back to capsules, arc welder, camouflage, precision scopes, targeting. The artwork on that's nice. Hollow projector and field scanner. Cool. Biker boys all the way. Yeah. Yep. I'm not saying it's broken, but I think it could be really broken if used that way. You don't have to use it that way. So we have, let's have a look. The two figures, the 2 hostages, I believe they are. Hostage, 2 sleds, and hostage cards, battle cards, payload. Two hostages, 6 bombs, 6 crates, and 2 repulsor pallets. don't think they are, Jack. I think they're just... They're not named. They're named Republic Senator and Separatist Councillor. Yeah, they do look interesting. And they don't look hard to build. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Should we go for a build? Let's go for a build. Let's do my usual trick. Cut all the bits out and then hope for the best afterwards. Oops, it's going everywhere. So, going on to the prize draw tonight. Tickets, because it's the bonus one, are 100 each. Subs, anyone that's got a subscription gets a free one when they take one ticket. So you've got to enter once to get a free ticket. The girl is in Clone Wars episode, I think, on the ice palette. Do you know, I thought, because I've just started watching the Clone Wars right from the start again. I thought it was the one where... Oh, yes! Yes, I don't know which one you mean. Where she takes over from the one that just wants to kill everyone. Kill all of the indigenous life forms. Spoilers and all that. Ooh, it's upside down. You seem to be hammering those Imperial credits, Jack. Two-part head. It is a two-part head. At this point of making something from IKEA, it's normally where I'm getting shouted at. Or just letting Joe build it and do nothing about building things. Oh yeah. So we've hit the stretch goal tonight. That's brilliant. I will put the dice into the pot. And whoever wins the first one out the bag gets the choice of which dice set they would like. Have they done colour versions of these yet? Has anyone actually painted them or... And on he goes. Sorry, I should have zoomed in on that. My apologies. So that's the first one. It does look like Newt Gunray or someone like that. There we go. He does need a little bit of cleanup. So we go to this. Republic Senator. Just push together. A little bit of glue. The head. Yeah, I think you're right, Paul. It could be just get the hands the right way around. don't really want to go messing it up on live stream and put our hands back to front. Yeah, there was a few of them, Newt Gunray and all of them, but I just feel that they're going to keep people like Newt and stuff like that for possibly future character packs, hence just calling him Separatist Councillor rather than one of the named ones. But there was quite a few. And on she goes. So that's the figures. There's bombs. The bombs look interesting. There's the repulsor sled. That goes on quite a big base. So that's a repulsor. They look like the bases for the repulsor. There's no... Is there... Let's have a quick go at one. So that's the bottom. The top. Ooh, I think it has a computer controller of some description. I just don't know what it looks like. Or was it? Or was that the bomb? That was the bomb. Has a computer screen. Wipe. Oh, the sanding. So it has, yeah, quite simple. But what I wanted to check is, does that... so that clips into that. I don't know if you can see. That's loose, and I didn't know if it had any way to locate, but it does. It locates on the cross bit, which is good. Let's try this together first. Just like a wafer. So I'll do a bit on each of them. I need to clean that. Be careful with knives. There you go. And a couple of bits down there. And snap it together. It feels like a hollow wafer. So what this does give you the chance to do is actually get that sort of lined up where it should be. I think I'm going to leave it not attached. So I'm going to do that, then I can do the basing because you're going to see some of it. So I'll leave them apart, then I'll glue them together once painted. I think that's going to be the better thing to do, rather than just jumping in and gluing it together. It fits like that. Comes off. Fits on like that. Yep. Don't think there's any reason to magnetize it. Let's have a look at a bomb. Bomb. La Boomba. So the bombs have an aerial. One aerial. One aerial, one spiky World War II German mine thing. Base part. The top part of the mine. I'll come back on the screen in a second, sorry. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. There is then the bit that is very, very loose on the sprue. And I think that's it. The rest are for the casing. So, have a look at this. So it goes all the way through. And who needs instruction books? It says yay. Yeah, there you go. And so that can go into any of the slots. That radio goes there. So the radio one goes there. And before you stick it together, the bomb, am I getting this right? So there's different handed ones of them by the looks of it. That's a bit more complicated than I thought it was going to be. They're all the same. So how does this work? Jesus. So that goes on there. And does that just... Thank you for the donation, mate. So, interesting. I'm going to have to look into this and look at see if there's any rules that say that you need that to flap open, or it, glue the interior panel before gluing the top. You may glue the mine hatch open. Ah, cool. Should we ever go at that? Yes, I need a bonus for bonuses. It's just a goal. People don't have to stop donating just because we reach the goal. If you double the goal, I'll put both dice in. There you go. Not both dice, both sets of dice. Because, yeah. So that goes like that. That's cool. Do the same again. that the right way? That's the right way around. And then that glues in. So we have an aerial that goes there. So we know which way is up. That hatch may never be there. So the hatch needs to hinge on that point, which is there. Oh. Right, the singles on the website are basically just the figure. It's more for people. I've had a lot of requests for people who play the RPGs and stuff like that. We do have a lot of second-hand and core sets split down on our eBay store. Protect painting on eBay. All of my main stock is on there at the moment. We are going to get round to splitting it. We don't do new products for Legion. It's all either like split down stuff. If you want new products, I would recommend your local game store. If you are local to us, then that would be Beanie Games. They have quite a lot of stock in at the moment. If it's the harder to find pieces, look, I got the flap to open. Then keep an eye on our UK trade group page, because we keep putting up on there when we find stuff. I managed to find 14 boxes of B2s. Captain Rex is just a single figure. We buy second-hand stocks. So when we get second-hand stock in, sometimes it just doesn't come with the cards anymore. They've been lost, they've been sold, they've been traded, or whatever reason, they just don't appear. So though I'm guessing those bombs go on. They do look cool, Paul. They would look better than what we were using. They look miles better than. I haven't seen any colours for them or anything like that. Yeah, go read the actual advert. And that's only to you. We've got 2 sets on there, fully painted, and if you look on here, there's another 2 sets there that will be going on in the next week, when I can get time to actually do them. So that's the Vital asset. Basically, you get some sleds. Who's going to be the first person to do a Jamaican one? If you pay £1,000, I'll bring it up to you. There we go. So there's that, them, and them, and that, and that, and that. Cool. So we've got them done. I need a box to put them in for the time being, so I don't lose them all. And I can finish them off. It was just to give people a quick look at what was in the box and how easy they are to go together. They are very easy to go together. I'm going to put all the spare arms and legs in there as well. So, while we're going on, that's Iden. Miss Iden. Just double check that this is all set to go. And yep. No news on there. So I'll do a little bit of work on Iden, and then I'll get some of the basing done on the Deathtroopers as well. What else did I... Oh, Jack. Guess what turned up today? Sorry, taking a bit of a detour, but you'll see why in a second. I did have the box with it all in. I know I did. There it is. So I've been watching a gentleman on YouTube, and he's basically using oil colours for doing washes and stuff like that. So I've managed to procure a handful of Winsor and Newton oils. He says a handful. He's got a box full. So I've got Lamp Black, Payne's Grey, Burnt Umber, Prussian Blue, Cadmium Yellow Hue, the obligatory Burnt Sienna, and Magenta, and then Zinc White. Zinc White is very heavy compared to the others. I think there must be real zinc in there. Also, I bought all of them, and then Zoe bought a load of stuff from the range. So we got one of their £3 boxes as well. So I'm going to test. So obviously we've got Burnt Umber in both. I'm going to test the difference between the two, see what they're like. So this is another thing that we're going to do. And there you go, Jack. Bob Ross himself. So I've bought Bob Ross thinners. Maybe some of his inspirational Passover. So I'm going to have a play around with them, and I know Jack is as well. And then I'm going to try that. But the same gentleman who does that, basically, you've heard me and Rasta talk about zenithal highlighting, where you take, I haven't got anything here to show it on, one of the other troopers. So you take a black figure, slap it about, yeah, and you shoot airbrush at about a 45-degree angle to it, and you use you basically put the black primer on, then you do a white or a grey primer at a 45. And what that does is, when it comes, I'll show you on it, when the primer hits all of the undersides and stuff like that, everything in the shadows actually stops from going underneath, and you get all the shadow effects. I'm going to do some painting over the top of that with inks and some of the washes and stuff like that to try new stuff out, but I just found it very grainy when I was using the even the Styrorez primer or the Vallejo primer. It just didn't blend across the actual figure enough. So this chap is using white ink. Now this is Liquitex acrylic ink. They're not the cheapest, but apparently through the airbrush they are phenomenal. So it's another one for me to test, Jack, and yes, I'm going to do videos. So I managed to get a complete set of titanium white, carbon black, transparent raw umber, some type of blue. I'm not even going to attempt to say that on a live stream. Crimson and yellow hue. So again, they're all glass bottles as well, so that you can tell that they're decent quality. So I'm going to be doing them, and one of the first things that I want to try with it is with the oil paints is going to be panel lining. Now I've been doing panel lining on my tank, and so people ask all the time is why do you end up with part painted stuff? So a lot of yous were here for the stream that I did on it. I just got very disheartened when I did it. I don't know if that makes sense. It didn't work like I wanted it. I didn't get the results that I wanted from what I was doing, and I just lost heart in doing it. So it wasn't because I didn't want to paint a tank. It wasn't because I couldn't be bothered. Because I literally put that on the shelf. I painted a black tank the other day. I'll show you that in a minute. And then I basically went from that colour scheme to something a bit different. And again, this is still in the raw. It's still got loads of overspray that needs cleaning up. But for the people that saw the Eldar Wraith tank that I did, I've done it in the same colours as that. Just because, why not? It's an interesting colour scheme. I just noticed there's a... I love the colours. Yeah, it's very shielded. It's very... It's camo for a certain type of environment. But yeah, I thought I'd give it a go on that sort of scale. I've got a couple of things to try later with smaller ones. I know Kay's been on about doing a project with shields and stuff like that, so we have a few things coming along. And then, as Snowy said, we've done this fella, which he says just looks in evil. It's meant to be a bit Sithy, but we've got the metallics in there as well, the metallic reds. And if Snowy's watching, look, we've done the heat distortion. So it was a quick one. I enjoyed painting that, and it was just to put up on eBay. It wasn't anything, it wasn't a project for anyone. It was just, I wanted to do a bit of black and red again. I hadn't done black and red for ages. So Iden, what time is it? 20 past. Stop knocking that. It's good to have you in the stream, Steve. It'd be even better if we could all chat and stuff like that. I am looking at trying to set up some just chatting together nights and stuff like that, where we can actually talk backwards and forwards. And oh, Jack, if I say yes, and yeah, we've got Discord set up for ProTech at the moment. I do have a ProTech Discord channel. We've been using it. I've been using it with Paul and a couple of them for doing what's it called? Playing Legion. God, my head went. No, we've actually the Legion app on it is absolutely fantastic. Or the mod for it. Let me have a look. Does this work? If that might work. I think that's my Discord channel. If I suddenly get a lot of people joining it, then I'm not in any of the voice chats, so I'm safe. So, what I'm going to do is have a quick look. So, on the box art, she's got 3 lines down her sleeve, which really, really, really does look very fine. So I should be able to hit them. But the one that goes there is just freehand, I think. So there's down the side. That was me trying to go for box art. Let's see. She does have a line down there. And I'm never going to get the... No, I'll never get that logo in the arm sleeve. So, my go-to red for going over black is not that one. Ah, oh, that's gone everywhere. Not that one. That's blue. That's yellow. That's orange. I have to take my glasses off. Oh no. I've lost my red. Ah, there it is. So my go-to red. Still got 5 minutes before that. Is, I don't think it has a made by date on it. It has no date on it that I can see. But it is Mercury Red from Citadel Foundation. It's just fantastic. It's not easy to get hold of, but if you can get it, it's worth having a pot kicking about, because this stuff sticks to butter. It's got very high pigment. I've got no idea why GW ever stopped producing it. So I'm just going to freehand a red line from there, following around, and then up the sleeve. So get the line on there. A line on the helmet. Just double check because there's 2 different versions of the helmet there. And I'm trying to get it as... It's Mercurite red. It's the old foundation, Nick. Over black you get all the Sith colours and all of the really nice deep redder from it. I'm just having a look for her helmet. There's 2 different versions of it, and both have the logo that I'm never going to get painted on it. So, going off video game art. Yeah, whenever pots of it come up on eBay, I tend to buy them up if I can get them, because as long as they're not, there's one, I know there's one bloke on there, he does them at like £10-15 a pot, and I can live without it at that price, because you just got to hang about and wait for it. I know we picked up a complete set of the foundations. There we go. That's not very good quality, that, sorry. Just before Christmas, and I think I paid 17 quid for it, and that had the full set. It was still sealed in the box as well, which I was quite impressed with. Yeah, I'm not going to get that. And she has something across, going off different artwork for different lines and stuff like that. She has a line down there. Where the hell is that line? Nope. They don't make things easy. There. So she has one slight line. And it's just above the cheekbone going up. So that comes across there, and it's just top half of that. So about that. I'm not being hypercritical because I'm never going to get the circles. I might try that tomorrow. The circles properly done. I'm not going to get the chest plate done because the gun's in the way. Those eyes definitely need to be red, but I'll use my gloss red for that. And that one, and she's not got that helmet on, so it is slightly different. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines, and she's only got 4 on the model. So as I said, it's not always as easy as it. First makes out to get the box art right. My cap's not in the way, is it? Oh, I've just noticed. It's time to run the... should have possibly left the head off. Or do the whole patch. Yeah, that's going to make it look a bit better actually. So what I've done is I've done the whole arm patch in the red, so it puts the foundation down. Maybe a second coat to it, and then a black null-in wash just down the lines should bring that back out. Yeah, and then I'll do the actual lenses and the eyepieces in red. So let me get this underway wherever I've put it. So dice giveaway, everyone is welcome. Just double checking. Right, I'm going to do the timer on it this time because the timer automatically closes it and it might get rid of the bug if it does it. So you've got 30 minutes from when it starts. Tickets are 100. Max tickets per user is 10. And subscribers get a bonus ticket. So, giveaway starting now. Just too soon, Ulfric. I think you were... Yeah, you were just too soon, mate. Oh. That's the... Oh, I forgot. Also, Jack, that other paint turned up. I got the full set now, which was absolutely fantastic. I've used it a couple of times on other stuff. And all the empty pots for our other project. So if anyone's interested in cheap airbrush paints at the moment, let me zoom back out. So, is it me or is that being a pain to focus? What's it picking up on? My arm? There we go. That's better. Sometimes does that. So we managed to pick up these, and the 50p a pot. So that is Illinois Central Orange. We have Rock Island Blue. Yeah, it's it's a lot of camera for what it is. Signal Red. This was the one that we did the test of when me and Jack got it. So as you can see, going through the airbrush, it was quite decent and quite fine. We were managing to pick up bits and pieces. Through a brush, it wasn't too bad, as you can see. That was 2 coats though, but then the airbrush, it went on pretty smooth. What I will say, the only downside to it that we picked up is it's got quite a bit of flow improver in. So if people don't know what flow improver does, is that a new one or is that the one that is the one I've used? It does that. If you can see the froth, it is just, some people have used fairy liquid in the past for a flow improver. It just breaks the surface tension of the liquid. So you can either wait for it to settle down after you've shook it, or you can use a pipette and go past the bubbles and put it through, and it's spot on. And it's at Barwell Motors. 50p a pot, you can't fall off. Can't at all. So, I'll tell you what I'll do. Get these fellas out. So, these need some of these tufts. While I'm sat watching yous lot put tickets in left, right and centre. Throw some tufts on. Yeah, they are the really big pots. I think, is it 1 ounce pots? And a one ounce pot these days does really, really well. It lasts for ages. So, using Gamer's Grass, that we use for everything, and that we now sell. Sorry, so just a couple of quick random tufts. They are ready glued and ready to go. I just, for some reason, ever since starting using tufts, I've always PVA'd them as well. There's no right or wrong way. I don't know, feel a bit better when I've PVA'd it. And they're really quick to use. 79 tickets from 13 unique users. 39 users? Wow. There's two. What was the other things that we've just put in? Oh, we've just put all of the World War II bases in as well. They're absolutely fantastic. All hand finished. So the guys or girls over at Gamers Grass actually sit and paint them by hand, which is absolutely phenomenal. And it looks so nice. Once we get sorted and I get my bolt action back on the go, I think I'll be putting them all on those bases. They're in 25s, there's bases there for the tanks, all sorts. Hopefully looking to put another order in, and I'll probably end up getting one of the other sets as well, because there's rocky outcrop sets and stuff like that which look fantastic. Wow, that's raffle. Cool. Just me waffling on. 22 minutes remaining. So as I said, there's 5 prizes tonight. The first person out the hat gets the choice of which dice set that they want. And you can either have the Legion or the Xwing. I should do the other set. There's glue on the go. I still need to do the glass and the visors on them fellas. And I can get them up for sale. These have actually been converted. So when we got them, someone's actually converted them. So they've got different hands in different places. And some of them look quite cool, little conversions. Oh, I forgot about my Friday stream. So tomorrow, we've actually got sorted, and Zoe at the moment feels more than up for playing Monster Apocalypse. So it's not going to be an Xwing stream tomorrow night, unfortunately. Raster's doing loads of them anyway, so there's loads of Xwing content about. So we're going to do Monster Apocalypse. We're going to do one monster battle, and I think we're just keeping it at 10 units each. And we had a run through today, and it was so much fun. We're just using the bare rules. We're not using any of the specials yet, and it's a cracking little game. I can't wait to start stocking it and getting it more around the games clubs and shops. See what we can do to build up a bit of a following. So we're going to be playing that tomorrow night for an hour or so. I'm going to have to change the live stream setup because it's slightly different for one of them. And then Friday, Monster Apocalypse is basically a... No problem, Rattler. Yay, Snowy's arrived again. So Monster Apocalypse is basically, if anyone remembers the old video game Rampage, it's just Rampage on a board game that's absolutely fantastic. You can run around, you can kick over buildings. You can throw your opponent's monsters into buildings. There's not King Kongs, and there's not giant robots that are from other things. It's a privateer press game. It's not very well supported in the UK at the minute, but there's a couple of us are working on that to try and get it more and more out there. You basically have one big monster, and some of you will have seen my monkey that I had the other day. He's in the front room on the mat at the moment, and you do battle. You basically power yourself up by smashing buildings, smashing your opponent's little units so that they can have little sludgy monsters. They can have monkeys. Me and Zoe tonight were playing. She has the defenders and tanks and stuff like that. I had the big gag, the basically a sludgy monster that has come to destroy the planet. Bright orange. My one yesterday, my one that I've painted was bright orange, but the one I'm using today, which was pre-painted for us, is blue. Trying to think of the other factions. There's aliens that Snowy's going for. Yes, it very much feels like playing that as well. There's a lot of that. It's very cleverly done, and there is a lot of nods to other similar genre films and games and stuff like that. And obviously, I went straight and I've got all of the Empire of the Apes, so it's all big monkeys and little monkeys. There's rocket monkeys, there's bomb monkeys. There is news that there's a dragon set coming out, so there's going to be huge dragons, which I'll definitely be having dragons, because dragons. Oh, Iden as well. See, get on a roll and. Yeah, the elemental. Look, Jack, still haven't done the video. Right, that can go away for now. The other quick thing to do while I'm on is Vallejo Black. So, as of last week, I think we got the stock in. We managed to get hold of a load of Vallejo stock. We're starting to sell their product. It started with the he says, thinking it's somewhere nearby, the basing stuff that we use. I've got half a dozen left from the initial order of about 20. We do have more on order and a bigger range on order, so we'll have all of them. We're also getting some of their inks to try, so I'll have a range of their inks and washes. So there's new Vallejo stuff coming to the shop, and hopefully have the complete range within a few months, 6 months sort of thing. So the huge range that we use, there's no way I would be able to hold the entire Vallejo range. That's just ridiculous. There's every version of every colour conceivable out there. So I'm just going around the rims, just literally where the brown earth and the wash and everything's gone over, tying them together so it's a little bit neater. So it's just Vallejo matte black. It's entirely up to you what colour you do the rim in. There's a lot of people use Steel Legion drab, black. some people colour code the units. I've got some stock to do this week that's all colour coded, so you don't mix your unit up. And there we go. 90 tickets sold from 15 users. I think that's our biggest yet. Don't think we've ever gone past 100 yet. So I'm pretty sure this is the biggest, or one of the biggest. There was some stats that I was meant to check out as well, because the stream has started to increase quite a bit. I'll do this and then I'll look at the stats. Still got 15 minutes. There we go. So I am going to get some videos done this week, Jack. I promise to get at least the mud base one done. I promise. I don't think any of the oil ones are going to be anywhere usable because, yeah, I'm just not that. But do I have another tank that I need to do the gun on? I know Snowy wanted me to do a bit of an explanation on a live stream about the gun colouring. Have I done an extra? Oh, there's one there. That's fine. Yeah, when I was talking to the lad earlier about the singles, so that's, we've got 12 Deathtroopers and a 13th one that was, yeah, just in the box. The lad that I got them off, from what I can understand, his dog ate 3 of them out of a box and destroyed a load of the cards and stuff like that, so they just came along extra. And what we can do is put them up on the website, and when we put them up on the website, if anyone else has had a dog incident and lost a figure, they might be able to match up a missing figure, or if they want to use it for their RPG session, they can have a Death Trooper in their RPG. There we go. A little bit more work on them tomorrow morning once that's all dry. And we can get them up on eBay. So, have I missed anything? Yeah, Paul, you choose a side, destroyer or protector. What are they called? Agendas. You choose an agenda, a destroyer or a protector. And then you've got factions within that. So you can take all of one faction, like I have with the monkeys. Or you can take a couple of monkeys. You can take monkeys protectors. I think monkeys protectors. They can take Defender X and some tanks, and you can have a couple of different bits and pieces. You're not just stuck. Say it was Tau. You're not just stuck to Tau, kind of thing. You can have bits and pieces from different factions. Yeah, definitely need to get those eye sockets done. Nice red glow. And a red dot on that. So, the silver. What silver do I use? I think the next line of paints we're going to get in as well. No, you're not. There's a few different ways that you can play it as well. You're not just stuck to that. I know they've got scenarios and stuff kicking about on the website. There's some of the past organised play events. They've now put up the actual way to play it has been put up on their website as well. So just a quick spot of chrome. Wow, that does an half braid. So go into super close mode. I think I need those glasses things that you've got, Steve. Yeah, because that point's really, really fine. Eyes are bad enough, but doing eyes in visors. Just to see how shiny it is. Sorry, this is Vallejo metal colour, airbrush colours, chrome, and as you can see, I use it for painting on because the pigment content in it is phenomenal. So I'm doing the back of the scope. The front of the scope. The button. Yeah, they're dark. So yeah, so you put in the bright chrome. And then you use this is Spirit Stone Red, which is a technical paint from GW. It's their gem paint line, and it goes clear, but it's a red clear. So, and you can just, if you've just hit the center of the eye with the chrome, when you put the red in and a quick wash later, it just gives a, let me have a zoom in so you can see. Sorry, I should have been doing that from the start. Oh. I agree, macro lenses can... Here we go. So, as you can see, how it's shiny and glossy in the eyes. It's good stuff, the gem paints. So, I'm going to do... It's quite thick paint. So it does go on, when you do a proper gem effect with it, it does go on quite thick. So there you go. Yeah, it dries glossy, Jack, but if you go over it with nulling afterwards, you can, it goes back to being satin or matte. But the good thing with it is if you do it, with it being a gloss in the eye socket, all of the wash goes to the outside, and it looks like, it brings them in slightly so they're like slits. We do it on these as well, but with the green, so the green gemstone. There's not much, she's black, so there's not that much you can do on a black figure. We've done the usual. We sprayed it matte black, badger styrene eyes, matte black, then we heavy dry brush silver, and it is quite a heavy dry brush silver, and then using Necron compound. Then you do a normal wash, so you just get the normal. Are you where have you gone? Yeah, I just wash it with that brush. So lash it all over, let it settle. Once it's settled and dried fully, I normally leave it overnight. I then use the airbrush to bring it down even further. I used to just do coat after coat after coat after coat, but now if you just put it through the airbrush, it just gives that all over dulling effect to it. Oh, I missed his eye. See how bright the gem paint goes. So it does look, if you go beyond it a bit as well, you tend to get it looking like it's had a glow. There you go. When they do it, I don't know if you can see that. When they do the gem, they tell you to paint it on and then drag it up over, so you get at the top of the silver. It works on Eldar and stuff like that. Thank you, Alan. So yeah, it pulls the deeper part of the red up, and then the bottom looks shiny, and it gives a good gem effect. Basically, there's three of them. There's the red, green, and I think a blue, but then there's a silver paint that goes with them as well. Jack, you have got 2 minutes 28 seconds left for the raffle, and 91 tickets, 15 users. Wow. Sorry. So there we go. It's just a bit, we don't, as we've said many times, it's a basic paint job. It goes paint on, play with it, done, go for it. We're not going for Golden Demon, we're not going for masterpieces. It's just to put it on the table and play with it. We are, I was talking to Lee Byrne earlier about this. We are starting to list commissions on our website. So if people want stuff painting, the sets will be on there. We are only going to list sets that we have. So we won't put up Deathtroopers at 70 quid a set when we can't actually get them. So we'll have the stock on the shelf. So if it's up there and we've got 5 of them, there is 5 on the shelf. I'll take them off and I'll paint them exactly how you want. But yeah, Commander X, it is just simple, quick, effective. I'm saying quick. It still took, it was probably 2.5 hours, 3 hours work in doing them 2 little things. That, the blue on him, who was that? Dead Steve. Oh, thank you, Steve. So I get to paint another one tomorrow. I'm really enjoying painting Iden. Do you want it painting just like that one, mate? So they're done. Message. I don't know if you can see it. I think it's going to be a bit bright. Which gun? There's 3 guns. And which head? Is there a pistol one? I don't know. That noise earlier was me dropping the box. So, what did I do on her this time? So that's the DL. First gun. So that gun. Single hand and the helmet instead of the head. Yeah, I can do that for you, mate. I'll get that. I'll get that on the bench in the morning. Sweet. I'll get that done for you. Any specific basing? Do you like the bases that are on them? The mud with the burnt grass. Ulfric. I can't come out of the giveaway because of the problems on it. At the moment, the giveaway is so temporary. Oh, it's actually... sorry, the timer's actually closed. And didn't realise that. Sorry, guys. So the... Yep, the raffle's actually finished. Where did it come up in the chat? Really nice of it. You can no longer enter the raffle. Ah. So. Yeah, I've just seen it. I was too busy talking about eye sockets and stuff like that and sorting the commission out with Steve. So I'll sort all that out. And... Right. So, bacon sandwiches. Oh, I had bacon and black pud yesterday. Oh, wow. Snowy. Oh, it's just fantastic. So, it has actually worked as well. So we haven't got the problems that we normally get. Black pud. Yeah. Me mum got some meat sent to us, a big meat hamper sent to us. Did I get 93 tickets? So nearly met. It's something for us to aim for. The stats that I was on about are from the Steam manager. We broke 100 followers on the last stream, but we're now at 112. 17 subscribers, and we're 16 short of 1,000 views. That's 1,000 people. So it's yeah, well chuffed with the figures at the moment. You guys are absolutely, yeah. So we're hoping to smash that out the ballpark for Friday's Lego stream. Let me just switch to that. I'll zoom back out so I can show you what you get for today. But what? Shh, watch. Whoops. So for Friday, we have, these are a lot bigger than I thought as well. So that's the Stormtrooper one, and we're going to be building the Stormtrooper this Friday. And this is a test to see if people like it, or if I can actually put Lego together, because it's been a long time since I played with Lego. So there's that one. And then for possibly a week on Friday, we have Boba that you can't see because the green screen's in effect. So that's the Boba one. What we also have over there is another 2. 1 of each. They are huge, mate. That's bigger than my head. Well, the box is bigger than my head. I wish there were life scale. Does it have a scale on them? It doesn't, but they are 7 inches or 18 centimeters high. And these are the first 2 of the helmet collection. If it works, then we'll do more. I'll get more bits and pieces in and have fun building Lego and chatting with you guys. We've got... I did buy some brickheads, so I've got a double set of brickheads to do as well. They look fantastic. And as I said, I've bought 2 Stormtroopers and 2 Stormtroopers and 2 Boba Fett's. They'll go... I'll build one, which will go on my shelf up there. And the other one, the sealed one, will be the prize. And that, hopefully, it'll be a continuing thing on Fridays, possibly Saturdays, depending on how the lockdown goes. So, drum roll. Tonight's winners. So we'll get the prizes out. So the first one is going to be for the dice. Whichever dice you want, you get to choose. And the winner of the dice is... Rattler. Well done, mate. You might have to send me your address again. And I have a feeling you're probably going to be on the way home from work at 9:10. So give us a shout which ones you want. Xwing or Legion. And we'll put them to one side. So I did get the bags out to do this with and then put them away because I kept knocking them over. I've got some sleeves, they'll do. So, first up of the normal ones now is the Boba Fett card from Kay. And that goes to Paul. God, your luck streak is ridiculous, mate. Well done, Paul. Fakes. Yeah. Watch Dan win something straight away afterwards, and then we'll call it a fix. This happened last time. Let me just put it in a bag and put your name on it. There we go. I don't even have to pay for postage on that one. I'll just put it in with some stuff I'm sending to Dan, and he can pop across. So the next one is the it's upside down. Is the Luke Skywalker alt art from the Primes this year, and the artwork's really nice on it. So the winner of that one is Sarah. Well done. Yeah, dirty terrorists. Shh. We've got them all. We've got them all. Let's see. So, going for the really nice shiny one now. Very shiny, and I have to say a big thank you for Kay for the stuff that you sent down. That was absolutely phenomenal. So, the winner of this one is Ulfric. Well done, mate. We've just sent you a load of gear, Ulfric, as well. That went in... we had to get a courier in the end because it was so big. Yeah. But thank you for all of that, by the way, Ulfric. It did really help out. And last but not least is the upstanding heroes of Legion. It is the Imperial Might of their Scout Troopers. And that goes to Foxy! Oh, baby beaters, yeah. Yeah. Well done, Foxy, mate. That is not a helpless child. That is far from being a helpless child. The stream's gone really well, and you won some Dice Rattler. So now you actually, let me just check these so they're dry. So where did I put them somewhere? Which dice would you like, Rattler? You've got the choice of the Xwing or the Legion dice. Which one's not nice? Pick a set and we'll get them sent out to you. And that's stuff for Foxy. Ulfric and Paul. Again, thank you everyone for supporting the stream. The donations tonight have been fantastic. Xwing, not a problem. I'll put those poor Legion dice over there. Yeah, catch you tomorrow for some monsters. Yes, wow, that's probably one of our longest yet. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you everyone that subbed tonight, and even more so everyone that donated towards the bonus goal tonight. We'll have the monthly goal back up, and yeah. They'll be in the next one, Steve. We've got another couple of sets of Xwing dice and them, so when we get another bonus we'll do exactly the same again. This one, thanks to Commander X, we've got the power supply working and we've got the remote thing now, so the camera's set up. There's a couple of other bits I want. We'll sort that, we'll work out what that is, and we'll stick up a goal for that. All the money that you guys are giving is going into stuff for the stream. We're doing all right at the moment. As a business, we're not going backwards. We're just keeping our heads above. So we're putting money into the stream, and anything that you guys put in, we're going to put back. Anything that you guys give, we're going to put into the stream. Things like we're picking up some more dice and bits and pieces. We've had donations, as I've said. The stuff from Kay is absolutely fantastic. We've had some from Gamers Grass. There's more to come, but I still like to get those like nice special bits for you guys, like the dice and stuff like that. So, and obviously things like the cameras and stuff. The price on cameras has gone through the roof at the moment. It's absolutely horrific. At 30 quid cameras are now selling for £150 a pop. So again, thank you. We will be back tomorrow for some Monster Apocalypse. Probably Zoe beating me senseless with a big robot. And catch you on the next one. Good night, people.